looking back, what's your relationship with CertainPath meant to the business?
It's been awesome. Like, the support that you get, not just from your coaches, which has been awesome, like work with Sonia, love Sonia. I love our phone calls and she's always super helpful. But, you go to the trainings. I've been to the operations management training, the sales management training, EP, all those different ones and all the expos and just the people that you meet. Gotten so many phone numbers over the years and have jumped on calls with people when we're going through different stuff or they have questions for me. It's just nice to have people understand what you're going through on a day-to-day basis and who have made some of the mistakes that you've made or are preventing you from making some of the mistakes that they've made.
Yeah.
It's really nice to have that support.
Yeah. You mentioned the phone numbers. Remember, you sent guys to other shops.
Yep.
Guys that aren't that far away from you.
Yep.
But you have that, there's a safety, right? We're not worried about them, trying to steal guys, right? How nice is that?
It's so nice. And then that they're running their business the way, like they're going to be saying the same message to our text that their texts are receiving. The shop visits, like when we have an expo or if I'm just able to go see a shop, like I think you take more from those sometimes than you do out of any class. You're like, oh, they're doing it this way. Like that makes so much sense. And it just helps a lot. It's good to see other people doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Doing it well.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously this is a podcast. It's on YouTube. There's nowadays people are always looking for answers online. And, maybe I'm a guy who's a good sized company. Yeah, I am just losing money hand over fist. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I know what I'm doing, but I'm losing money. What would you say to him or her about Profit Day and why they should at least check out Profit Day and see what this organization's about?
Yeah. On Profit Day, you're going to just kind of start to get some insight into why you're not making money. I think like you're going to see some stuff and, somebody's going to mention something. You'd be like, that makes sense. Like, I want to know more about that. And, I know generally, like I went to one in Vermont, about a month ago and talked to some people there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And and I met a guy, Joe the Plumber out of Connecticut. And
are you guys cousins too?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
Surprisingly. Yeah. But we just had similar stories to like how much I feel like everybody you talk to that's been successful in CertainPath, they just say the same thing. Like, yeah, we just started following the process and it started working. Yeah. It's like, yeah, no kidding. Like, the process works. So
yeah,
I think that having that in your back pocket, having the coaching, the process, the systems to lean on and not having to reinvent the wheel, it just helps you focus on running your business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I have two more questions. You got a lot of family in the business.
I did. Yeah.
What's the key to making that work without killing each other? Because you guys are going through a lot of growth, a lot of change.
Yeah.
Not always easy.
Nope.
So how do you kind of, how do you manage that?
Yeah, I don't know that I even have a good answer for that. It's it just kind of has worked out. And I think it's just, maybe some families couldn't and maybe some families can. And, obviously we've all had our battles and you have your days where you just have to like not talk for a day and that'll happen. But we're all working towards the same thing. We're all pretty aligned in what we want and we're all happy to be working together as a family. And like, I just speak to my dad who obviously runs the ship and has been the leader forever. He's just an awesome guy to work for. And so I think his personality trickles down to everybody else where we just are able to get along and make things work.
Yeah. Oh, nice. It seems like maybe he's have a little more playtime, a little more easy, able to kind of step back after grinding for decades.
Yeah.
It's to see they just got a place in Florida, right?
It's awesome. I'm so proud of him and what he's built and so happy for him. And it's been really cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. What does the future of the business look like in the next 5 to 10 years?
I want to keep growing. We brought on all these people. We have this awesome leadership team going right now. So I think we're, my brother and I are buying it from my dad.
Oh,
so we're in the process of that right now. That kind of just started. So that's going to be the next 5 years. I think that is going to be like a 5-year process anyway, but just continue to get better. Like, I'm at Expo right now. Yeah. And so like, I'm fresh on like a million things I have to do Monday, but we were just talking about it before we left. If we can just get this much better at this many things, like it's not even like crazy changes anymore. We just need to get a little bit better at this and we can take it to the next level.